Have you heard what just occurred? It's the word from the herd. It's the word from the herd.
Welcome back to the Word from the Herd, Rams. I'm James Guarino, and I'm joined by Mr. Kamps and Priyanka Das. How you guys doing today?
We're doing well.
Yeah. Awesome. So I understand that there's a play starting soon. Its show dates are December 2nd and 3rd at 3 p.m. So I would like to can you guys give me a synopsis of what the play is about?
Sure. The play is called 26 Pebbles. It is our fall drama. The play captures the experiences of the community in the aftermath of the Sandy Hook school shooting in December of 2012. So it is a connection of a lot of different stories told by many different members of the community based on their real interviews that really speaks to how they were able to rebuild after just, again, an unspeakable tragedy.
So the word on the street right now at Heightstown is that Heightstown High School is doing a play about Sandy Hook school shooting. And it sounds like that's not the case, but what do you have to say when people bring that up?
Yeah, I would say that is definitively not the case. There's no recreation of any violence. We're not out to, it's not the shock value of the event. It is about the community, is about what happens when you go through any tragedy. It just happens to be this tragedy. What do you do as a community? Where do you find support? How do you wrestle with the tough questions about grief, about trauma, about loss, forgiveness? How do you find faith if your faith has been shaken, right? Where do you find a sense of hope when you have gone through something that is just unimaginable? So there's no point where we are trying to place any emphasis on the event. It is really about the community. I don't know if you want to add to that.
Yeah, just to add, when we were picking this play, that was obviously a concern of ours, but we knew that it would be okay because it is about the community. And like he said, these are the questions we have to ask, and these are things in our real world that we face, and theater's an art, and we just wanted to portray that.
So the title, 26 Pebbles, what does the title mean?
So 26 Pebbles, the author, it represents the 26 lives lost that day, the 26 students and teachers in that school that were lost.
And the idea of a pebble, right, is as you drop it into water or whatever, there is a ripple effect, right?
Okay.
There is an impact that has. So even though these lives were lost, there is an impact it had on the community, and in turn, any actions that the community takes to try to rebuild also can have ripple effects.
Okay, so it's a pretty actually meaningful title. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize that. But so the play focuses on a very heavy topic, especially in public school where we do have to face those concerns. It's a very heavy topic, but how are the actors doing with this? Are they ready for this play?
Absolutely. I mean, I think we can very much see that they have chosen to engage this very responsibly, very maturely. They've made a point to really learn their lines as quickly as possible so that we can really explore the depth of character. I think that it helps that the play does have some uplift to it at the end, so that even though this is a very deep experience for the actors to go through, we know that we can come out on the other side also feeling okay, that we're not in the trenches of it for forever.
So the play is not really based off like a shock value, like you said earlier. It's more like almost like how a community can come together. That's what I'm getting from that. So
yep.
What can the audience expect from coming to this play? Are they going to be left feeling sad, happy, like fire and brimstone feelings in them? What are they going to be feeling?
You want to take that?
Yeah, I would say this play takes you through the journey that the community faces. It takes you through the stages of grief. It takes you through the shock of it all happening and how they react to it. And then at the end, the result of that. What they do to change their community and what they do to protect the lives of their community. So I would say it's definitely an emotional experience, but you come out at the end feeling hopeful. And our goal with that is definitely to bring attention to the fact that these things happen, including the fact that we're going to have opportunities for fundraising and donations. And we want the audience to experience that, but we also want them to know that there is hope. And that was a big reason for choosing this play, is because there is a hopeful ending.
And it's a 90-minute with no intermission, so it's designed to kind of keep the story moving so that you can kind of get all that experience in one.
And so the play, it's more so based in like nonfiction. I'm seeing, right?
Very much so.
So this is very different from the previous plays you've done. Last year for the musical, it was Addams Family, and years before it's been very fantasy driven. Like even for the one act a couple years ago, it was Lace and Arsenic.
Arsenic and Old Lace.
Arsenic and Old Lace. So is the step in the new direction where you're focusing on something more non-fictional and sad and like real life?
Yeah,
is it hard?
Think that theater has many forms, right? And sometimes it is for entertainment, sometimes it's just to kick back and unwind and disconnect, but sometimes theater allows us to develop a side of empathy where we can put ourselves in the shoes of another person and say, what was it like to experience what that was? And the fact that these are real people who even 10 years later are still dealing in a lot of ways with the aftermath of that, right? It's not over yet for them. They've just had ways to work through it. Gives, I think, the audience a chance to experience that side of theater, that we are telling an important story. And that's worth going to. That's worth experiencing and putting yourselves into that place for the hour and a half that you're there.
Awesome. Would you guys like to add anything else?
Please come see it.
Yes,
It's gonna be
please
great.
come. Yeah.
December 2nd at 7 p.m. and December 3rd at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets will be available soon.
There you have it, guys. I'm James Guarino. It's been a pleasure having you all. Thank you, Mr. Kamps and
Thank you.
Priyanka Das, for coming.
Thank you.
And that is your episode of The Word from the Herd.
Have you heard what just occurred?